Hello everyone, getting lucky again with paper because paper has been really good for some reason. I think since like yesterday sometime everyone has just been choosing rock. I don't know why or for what reason, but every time I've been choosing paper I've gone first, and it looks like I'm opening up pretty okay. Dueling opponent with a 40 card deck, that is cool by me. And even though I have the Storm, which I took just in case he sets a whole lot of his own back row, I'm going to set everything. I actually might Ygopro this Morphing Jar number 2 if he attacks into it. Okay, I like my opponent playing Duality first turn. Cool, it's going to be a Harpy deck. I've actually seen this build before, and I've never mentioned it, but Geartown is one of my favorite cards, so I always enjoy playing against it, even though it's a really good card. It can be a little bit inconsistent. Actually, if it weren't, I would be using a deck with it right now. But the whole, they'll also be running Magical Hats, which that's not necessarily a good card against this deck, simply because I don't usually attack until I remove your back row. Otherwise, it's going to be Harpies, and this is the second Harpy person I've had in a row that they didn't really, they didn't summon a Harpy, they set it for some reason. And they did set 3 back row, but I'm going to try to hit it with Absorb Jar instead. Since, they opted for the monster. Did they? Yeah, they entered Cyber Harpy for some reason, and I would have thought that a Geartown would have been a better idea. But okay, going for the Cyber Harpy now. Let's see what they attack. Most likely the Absorb Jar. Which case, I'm probably going to end up using Ygopro. Oh, you know what? I'm probably going to end up fiendish chaining right now. Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. Yeah, they're going to go for the... What is it? That really annoying rank 4 that uses 2 winds that sends stuff back to the deck, and I'm going to chain that. Yeah, that's got to be what they're going for. Otherwise, I have a Morphing Jar number 2, so... Not too worried. Let's see. Actually, if they... Oh, summoning that would make more sense to target the Morphing Jar number 2, because this seems like the more dangerous card. That I have it set, I kept it set, so it seems like I want it set. So they'll probably be going after the new card. I'm sorry, they'll be going after this one. Yeah, there's the Chidori. This is, everyone uses this. If you're playing a Harpy deck, expect to be running the 3 of these. And targeting the Fiendish Chain, that's probably unfortunate, because even if there was an MST or something or not an MST, just something to negate it, they would have wasted their target on it regardless. Okay, oh, that works too. Okay. This Absorb Jar just became very, very tempting. I'm not going to set the Wild Tornado. I want fuel for Karaz and Storm. Yeah, let's go. I'm going to go ahead and flip Absorb Jar. I'm probably going to be hitting one of those Hysteric Signs, which, whatever. I'm going to have to hit it eventually if I want to use Storm. So I'm just going to get that out of the way. But then because of Dark Coffin... Oh, okay, I didn't see that coming. In that case... Oh, that makes it a little bit more confusing. I'm not going to do anything in that case. That might... Yeah, that might mean that there's no Hysteric Sign face down. I could pretty much bet on that. Otherwise, I would have let it go through just because it would have created card advantage for them and not myself. Actually, if there's a Hysteric Sign, there better be 2 other really spicy back row. Otherwise, I would say that wasn't worth using a Solomon. I have much more dangerous cards to worry about. I mean, as do most decks. I flipped an Absorb Jar. Who Solemn Warning's an Absorb Jar? Oh, okay, there's the Hysteric Sign. Although, not going to do too much good at the moment because... well, I'm not going to be destroying this. Can't attack. Yeah, that's... Okay. Oh, you know what? That's even better. There's another Absorb Jar, so I just get to redo that play. Oh, now the nice thing is Absorb Jar only hits set cards. So I won't be destroying this now. This needs to be set in order to get its effect. So unbeknownst to Snickle Fritz, they actually just set up a good play for me. probably didn't expect me to have another one just right off the top of the deck, so that's understandable. I would really like my opponent to attack into Absorb Jar, but I don't see how that's going to happen. Now, the question is, do I want to use it right now? I would actually highly prefer my opponent attack into Absorb Jar so I can set cards. But then again, all I would be setting is a Wild Tornado. I already set my monster for the turn. Do this. Oh no, I didn't set my monster for the turn. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. These cards aren't helping me a whole lot right now. And then I'll get a Dark Coffin's effect. What did I hit? Oh, okay. I understand Solemn now. Yeah, there was a good back row. Magical Hat's Bottomless, Hysteric Party. Opponent choosing to discard a random card. Probably should have just destroyed this since it's useless anyways, unless they have an MST. Hitting a really good card. That tends to happen a lot. And I drew into the exact card I was hoping to, which is Crane, because now, even though I can't set, I get the summon, which is more or less better. Now, what do I feel like going with, though? I have a Dandy in my hand, so Tree Spare wouldn't make sense. I'm just going to go for a Levier. See, I'm going to leave this jar in defense, since I don't want to be taking damage over it. So this will allow me to get over Chidori. And then, let's see, as you can see, Harpies, they like running their back row. So if nothing happens to this, I can detach the final material. Yeah, well, I'll detach the final material. And then I can overlay it again for Black Ray. Yeah, I always say that wrong. Black Ray Lancer. And if they happen to set something I can run over, I'll be able to pop whatever spells and traps they have. Although I won't be going for Hysteric Scion for obvious reasons. Now, I still have a Morphing Jar number 2 face down, but I really doubt that they would be attacking it at this point. Okay, and there's the play I'm talking about. Now, even if they have something like a Mirror Force, it won't matter because Lancer, it protects itself one time from being destroyed. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and try to pop whatever their other back row is. It's actually probably a confusing play that when someone sees this lose its last material, it's like, wait, no, you can't attack me directly, what are you doing? And I'm missing something apparently because I can't summon Lancer. What's going on here? Where did I take it out? Oh no, what? Oh, I think they changed the name. I no longer have it in my deck. I'm gonna have to go ahead and change that after this. Well, that sucks. So it's no longer in my extra deck. I didn't even know that they updated it. That sucks. Okay, I guess that's a lesson well learned. Check your deck before you use it every day. I don't remember when the last update was. That sucks. I lost it. I was gonna be able to attack over something and then, Okay, so either of those would not be good to hit. I really want to hit the monster that they had set. See if I can get lucky and get that 1 out of 3 chance. Did I? Oh yeah, there we go. I hit the Harpy Queen. Either way, these would be destroyed and get their effect. Okay, and let's see. They're gonna get an Ancient Gear Dragon. I've also in a couple builds I've used that I was experimenting with Gear Tone to make it more consistent and just have less dead cards because I hate drawing into Gear Dragon. It's not a good card to be drawing into. I was using Ancient Gear Engineer, which you can normal summon from your hand. Now, right now, I don't like this being on the field. So, let's see, I haven't normal summoned. You know what, I could just Suicide into Gear Dragon next turn, so what exactly do I want to do? I could flip Morphing Jar. I'm just gonna go ahead and I could draw a card off of this. Already wasted that. You know what? That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I am going to Tribute Summon Karaz over Absorb Jar. I get to destroy a Wild Tornado, and that's all I'm gonna hit. Actually, I probably should have targeted their other back row, but whatever. So I'm going to draw a card off of Wild Tornado. Oh yeah, that's fine. You go for it. Okay, suddenly I don't really care that... Why would they chain an MST? There was no reason to do that. Okay then. So there goes the threat of an Ancient Gear Dragon. I don't like saying the full name, it's confusing. So now, even though they're going to be adding a whole bunch of cards to their hand, it won't really give them ability to... Chances are it won't give them the ability to walk all over my big monsters. Especially because even if they do, I still have a Morphing Jar face on. I've had it down for this entire game. Maybe it won't even... Whoa. Maybe it won't even flip, and I'll just get to... I'll keep this face down the entire game. My first set monster, and it just sat there. Yeah, the most that's going to happen is, well, actually, maybe I spoke too soon. They could make a rank 7. See, in which case, I think Draco Sack would be the best option for that. But then, they would be forced to start getting rid of my beaters. And then I'll just flip Morphing Jar number 2, and there goes Draco Sack, because Draco Sack only protects itself against being destroyed. But if you have anything that returns it to the deck, like, say, a Morphing Jar, not only will it remove the tokens, but it'll remove the Draco Sack as well. I'm still disappointed that I didn't have the Black Ray Lancer in my extra deck. I think I got screwed over on that one a little bit. Otherwise, I don't really know what else is good for them to do at this point, because Hysteric Sign would be kind of slow. Did they even take us Hysteric Sign? That's not a Harpy card, is it? No. Alright, let's see what happens. Maybe they'll get over both of these, which honestly I wouldn't mind. I haven't even drawn my recycle cards, so that means I have a lot of potential for more Crane and Karaz. I've only used one of each, and as you can see, it's done a fair bit of damage. Even though Hysteric Sign has gone off, I actually still have card advantage as soon as my turn comes around. Or I spoke too soon. Huh. I actually think they should have played Hunting Ground first and then destroyed this, just because that's even more advantage, which, going through a lot of the Harpy cards, it would have been a good idea in my opinion. I would like if there wasn't another... Okay, still doing it. I guess they just planned it out in the future that they didn't want to destroy this, because if they had destroyed this earlier, it would have hit their own field with their field's effect, so okay. They knew what they were doing. As you can see, deck is getting pretty thin. Harpies are really good at searching out their cards just because of Hysteric Sign. I guess Channeler can be blamed for that too, if you want to call it blame. Looks like maybe they already have a Harpy Dragon in their hand, although I've seen a few builds that they don't run it. I also wouldn't be surprised if they went into the triple rank 4 Harpy XYZ, which is that what's going to happen? Yeah, it's exactly what they're going to do. I haven't seen this card in a while. Not a lot of people opt to use it, even though it's a really good card. So I'll be taking a direct attack. But then I'm just going to flip Morphing Jar, which... that's going to suck, because this card it tries to protect itself, and that's what makes it so great, and you can essentially deal 6k damage before anything can touch it. But I'm just going to Morphing Jar it, and then I will also get 2 monsters back. Watch though, I'm going to get a Karaz and Crane. At least one of them. I always seem to get a Crane at this point, which the odds are kind of running in that thing's favor, although I hope this person doesn't run out of time, getting kind of low. No, that's right, it's already end phase. And what did they add? See, Channeler, Dancer, and Queen. Alright, those are kind of standard. Doesn't look like this is going to be doing any good. Yeah, I haven't even drawn any spells and traps. See, so I won't be able to attack this, meaning these really aren't doing me any good right now. Just going to go ahead and flip the Morphing Jar number 2. I get to go... yeah, we'll be even. We both lose 1, and then I get 2 back. Unless there's a Veiler in this deck. Are they running a Veiler? Or some sort of a hand trap? Probably not Veiler. Probably a Maxi. Which, I'm not going to be special summoning anymore this turn most likely anyways. Yeah, there's a Maxi. So they're just going to be going 1-for-1 with that. Yeah, there's the Karaz, but I also got a Lynx. And that's cool. I'll take a Lynx. I'm actually kind of tempted to go Morphing Jar right now and go for a deck out. But I'm not sure I should do that. I'm just going to play it safe and set the Dandelion. Right now, if they summon any Harpies, they'll lose their field. So when I start drawing in the spells and traps again, this will be gone. Although they should have another one at this point. I think that's only the first field, and I never removed the other one. Yeah. Probably running more than one of these, at least two. So even if it gets destroyed, they probably have another one in hand by now. That would actually make sense that they had a couple cards that they weren't playing. So it's got to be a field. But it will be... They won't even play the other one most likely because it'll be so wasteful. Hysteric Sign at this point, there's probably not a whole lot left to take. And they're opting just to go straight for the Gear Town. You should actually always set a Gear Town. You should never activate it face up. One, it keeps your opponent guessing. Two, if anyone ever has a face on MST, that will cause Gear Town to miss timing. So it's a good habit just to play it face down. Plus, maybe I have a field that I want to activate. You could scare me into not doing it. And it looks like they didn't want to attack the Lynx for some reason, even though Lynx is a really tough card to deal with. At this point I can take damage, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip the Lynx. I just don't care. Then how many monsters do they have left? I really want to set a Marshmallow, but I don't want to have a Cheatery get over it. Let's see. Oh, you know, I have another. I'll just go ahead and set the Marshmallow. Yeah, drawing into a Crane, so I'll be able to start doing some more damage next turn. And since my opponent is pretty much out of good back row, I'm going to be able to just swing right over them. Also looks like not using Channeler's effect yet. That might mean they're out of cards in deck to summon. I'd be kind of doubtful of that, though. There's probably something left. Maybe they just... Maybe no Harpies left in hand. See, they're going Cheatery? Yeah. Whatever. Go ahead, get rid of... So they'll get rid of Malin and Worm Lynx, which... Whatever. I'm gonna be able to get over this anyways. Assuming I'm not wrong about them not having any back row left, but it doesn't look like there is. Also, I'm going to be able to play this Storm really smart. I'm going to be top decking into any spells and traps. Oh, doing that right now. Okay, never mind. In that case, I'm definitely going to be setting the Morphing Jar number 2, because this only targets set cards when it's summoned, otherwise it has to be face up. So even if they're going to get rid of a token, be my guest, I don't mind. And otherwise, there isn't a whole lot they can top deck that would get over a Morphing Jar, not that they would even want to. Say they were to do something like a Dark Hole, they'd lose the monsters I wanted to get rid of anyways, big deal. Say they have the trap that, what does it do? You destroy a Winged Beast on your side to hit 2 cards on your opponent's side of the field. It would be too slow at this point. I would just set another Jar. Looks like just going to go for the Jar instantly, not going to get over the tokens first. I'm probably going to mill out the good extent of the whatever they have left in their deck. Oh, wow. Getting most of the cards they have left. I'm going to go into a Morphing Jar now. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go for the deck out. Neither of these are going to help. It would actually be really nice if I drew into an Abyss Trap. I don't even remember what the full name is. It's just an Abyss Trap that when it goes to the grave, I send a monster to the grave of theirs. I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of this. I don't know what it is. I don't care what it is. It could be a bluff, but Save Zone probably isn't gonna be doing me a lot of good right now anyways. I'm gonna go for a deck out. This will actually be, I think, only the first time I've ever... Yeah, it'll be the only first time I've done a deck out with this build, assuming this goes through. Looks like it is chainable. Maybe it's a... Oh, it's a Hysteric Party, so there was no reason to... Oh, yeah, they really shouldn't have chained that. There was no good reason. Because now, no matter what they summon, it's just going to get destroyed. But at the cost of also discarding a card. I think they've kind of realized, out of resources, there's not much to do anyways. Yeah, let's just go ahead and set the Morphing Jar, and that'll be the nail in the coffin. Because I don't know what they could possibly top deck into. Dark Hall's gone, Torrential's gone. This is a Maxi and a Harpy monster, which won't help at all. Right now... Oh, maybe I'm gonna eat my words and they'll go into another Chidori. Oh, I hate that card. Okay, I'm gonna go into another Chidori. Okay. Maybe going for the Morphin Jar was kind of greedy. Like I said in videos before, no one ever mills out. Although I will be able to draw this back potentially. Yeah, gonna hit me for everything they have right now. Probably a good idea. And I'm not sure what I want to do after this. I think I might set the Morphing Jar number 2. This is just Morphing Jars doing what they do best, and they troll so hard. So yeah, that's... Do I have anything I really want to go for? First off, I would have to get over this. No, I'm just gonna go for Morphing Jar. Not being able to summon a Lancer actually really threw my game off. But let's see if they even have any monsters left. If they don't, that's gonna be game. Because all they're going to have is a Maxi to go off of. Come to think of it, for them being as low as they are, it could only happen with a Harpy deck, because even though this has been a kind of a long duel... Aw, darn, just getting the Maxi back. Even though it's been a long duel, or hasn't been that long of a duel... No, I had it right. It's been kind of a long duel, but not long enough that a person would usually be about to deck out. There we go. So it's actually kind of surprising. And let's see, I have Danny in the grave. I'm gonna go for the card that protects itself. What is it, that mech fairy monster? For one reason, I have a Dandelion attached to it, so if it does somehow leave the field, I'll get its effect and I'll have tokens. And then secondly, if they do summon something, I'll just be able to protect itself. I already know this is a Maxi, so nothing to worry about. Yeah, let's go ahead and get over that. I'm kind of expecting a Rage Quit, even though would it be a Rage Quit at this point? No, it would be a Rage Quit. If they're going to lose, I'll know that they lose. I hope they don't surrender or disconnect. I really want to see a deck out and get that on my record. That would be kind of funny. But there's nothing left to top deck into. Oh, okay, MST. Both of these are good targets to hit, but I still have one for whatever else they summon. I got another Mirror Force, that's cool. So let's go ahead and poke, even though it's kind of superficial damage. Maybe they're running a localized tornado, which is a trap that it sends your entire grave back to your deck. Yeah, I bet they're running it. That's going to be their last card, and then during my end phase, they're going to use it and send all 38 cards back to their deck. And it looks like I have game. I'm not even going to attack. Because why would I? That was just wasting time. Oh, and they surrendered. Didn't want to give me the win. What dicks. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, please comment, rate, subscribe, and stay brutal.